This is the plaintiff, Anna Kostich. She says she was making a U-turn in front of her house, and the defendants rammed her in their truck. It was almost like they did it purposely because they saw she was making the turn and they didn't stop. The defendants had expired insurance. They had no right to just ram into her car, and they need to take responsibility and pay her the $5,469.26 owed for her car repairs. These are the defendants, Michael Rivera Jr. and Michael Rivera Sr. Michael Jr. says he was traveling down the road, minding his own business, when out of nowhere and without warning, the plaintiff decides to pull a Yui in the middle of the intersection without checking for traffic. The woman was in the middle of the crosswalk, for goodness sakes. Who does that? They collided with her in their bread truck. They know the law, did nothing wrong, and owe this careless driver nothing. They're accused of hitting a woman where it hurts.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says not only did she get slammed by the defendant in their truck, she says they did it on purpose. But the defendants say the plaintiff made an illegal U-turn.
Okay.
It's the case of Yui is screwy.
All right. Now, unfortunately, you two got into a car accident, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you come on over to pick a car you want to be. You can pick any of the cars.
Yeah, this is difficult. Yeah.
It's not, picking the car is not difficult. It's going to get way harder.
Okay. Yeah, I was here parked because I live here.
Okay.
And I had something that I needed to unload from the car.
Okay.
So I proceeded, as I do many times. Then there was nobody behind me.
Okay.
We do make U-turns here. It's
Here
it's
being
a small
Philadelphia?
being Pennsylvania, in this particular kind of neighborhoods, it's not prohibited.
Okay.
So
there's no U-turn sign?
There is no U-turn.
It's prohibited if there's a no U-turn sign.
But not
Otherwise,
here.
it's not
No.
prohibited. Go
No,
ahead.
what is here is like 8 stop signs on every corner here, and there are cross walks. So in doing so, I looked behind, looked, of course, to the left. In front of me was clear. I needed to, of course, take a better look, at my right, because I needed to make a turn, where I saw a truck fairly far, further than 100 feet, which is the size of our houses. So I knew I had enough time. I proceeded then, and I was already, it shows my wheels were turning. Then I looked, of course, one more time everywhere, and I looked back. I thought I gave him enough time.
Oh, you saw him?
I saw him when he was more than very far away.
Oh,
Yeah?
it turns out you were wrong about that, though, right?
Well, it doesn't turn.
Well, he hit you.
Well, he did.
What do you think? He was aiming at you?
No, of course
Okay.
not.
So
No, I
it
think
turns out
in
you
which
didn't
I
have
saw.
enough time, right?
No, but there are stop signs. So I counted on him stopping. I just saw him going through. I was trying even to get his, eyes. I couldn't believe that he wasn't stopping. So it was I was watching at him flying into me, just not knowing how far, I couldn't move at that point. I didn't do anything.
You didn't have time to move?
I
you mean?
didn't have time to
because he
move.
was so close to you.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
He was
so why
right
are you
there.
making the U-turn there if he's about to come to you? Your answer is, I saw him coming. I assumed he'd stop, and he didn't stop, and he's supposed to stop because there's a stop sign. That's your
There's a
answer.
stop,
So
yes.
take another car and make the other car his, and then tell me where he hits you.
It's almost-
You have put him in the middle of this lane. Do you mean here?
Yeah,
Okay,
here.
Okay.
So in both of these, right in the almost.
So
all
that's
this
where your
because of-
car is. Your
That's
car
car.
is just a little bit to the right side of this.
Yes, I am, because
Okay.
I have to get in order to make the proper
And
U-turn.
according to you, there's a stop sign everywhere.
There are 8 stop signs in this.
Okay, go ahead and go back.
Thank you.
What, are you the driver?
I am not.
Okay, who's the driver?
I am.
What happened?
Okay, basically, she's got it reversed.
Yeah, okay, come back over here and you show me how it happened.
Just keep it the same. This is her. This is you.
Okay, she's coming. This is her from 46th Street. I'm on Pine. She was here, like this, on the crosswalk.
On the crosswalk?
On the crosswalk. And I made a complete stop first. And as
What do you
she
mean
went,
you made a complete stop
I
first?
made a complete stop because
Behind the crosswalk?
Yeah, behind the crosswalk because the stop sign is right here. The crosswalk is past the stop sign. So she came, veered to the right, rapidly. I made my complete stop. I looked left to the right, and then I accelerated. She came rapidly, boom, and I struck her.
So the stop sign is before the crosswalk.
Yes.
Let's Google Earth this. Hold on. Let's see if we have it.
We have pictures, Judge.
You have pictures? Let's see. Were you in the crosswalk?
I was partially in the crosswalk. Yeah, that's how we have to make a
No,
U-turn.
that's not how you have to. You could make your U-turn not going quite so wide. That's kind of nutty. Okay, walk over to it and point for me.
This is 46 here.
Is that
I'm
46?
coming right here. Yes.
That's correct, ma'am.
Yes. And
Okay,
she
but-
came here.
So the stop sign is not
It's, I would say above it, but right on the crosswalk, I would say.
okay.
Okay. At the accident, we took pictures,
Yeah.
and there are the pictures right here.
These are her photos.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. How is your car on the pedestrian crosswalk? Did you actually take pictures at the scene on the day of the accident?
Yeah, so on my cell
Where
phone,
are those?
I don't have them anymore. I don't have the phone.
That's what I was loving to see. But,
her pictures
this
are
is
pretty clear.
yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Okay, so you can see there.
Just a second, hold on. Is that your car on the crosswalk?
Yes, ma'am, that is.
Why would you have to go to a crosswalk to make a U-turn?
We don't have enough room for that.
Then don't make the U-turn, because the law is what it is in every state, which is you can do a U-turn if it's safe to do a U-turn. If you literally, let's put the cars the way you say that they were. You're literally telling me the only way you can U-turn is if you end up in this crosswalk. That's how you make a U-turn. You had to be going like this. You're not paying attention to him, and then the accident happens. So literally, how can this be a permitted U-turn where you can do it because you have gauged safely whether there'll be a collision? No, right? Because there was a collision. How can this ever be that guy's fault?
Well, you know, whether I am there because there is something wrong with my car,
Oh,
which
was there?
I could be.
Was there?
Well, it could be.
No, was there
I
something wrong with
supposed to
your
be
car?
seen?
Was there something wrong with your car?
No, it wasn't. But,
Oh, okay.
These are half size of
Did
the
you
models.
submit this claim to your insurance?
I don't have a full insurance. I
You don't
have
have
comprehensive
collision
insurance.
at all.
They didn't
right?
have it at all.
Or you only have collision. You don't have the kind of insurance that pays for your car.
If I am at fault, my
Right.
insurance would pay.
But if you
I-
are, say that again, your insurance would pay them. They wouldn't pay you. You
Yes.
don't have insurance to help you fix your car under any
have
circumstance.
comprehensive,
All right,
yes.
now, so do you end up talking to her dad?
I did.
Tell me about that.
Well, we spoke, and I told her that I would pay for the deductible because I thought that, number one, he did strike her, but she was on the intersection, and she refused.
I'm not even sure why you offered that,
Yeah.
but it's always better not to get sued.
Correct.
Did you claim this against their insurance company?
They didn't have insurance company.
Oh,
I never
why
spoke
were you driving
to
without
Mr.
insurance?
Rivera.
He did not know that when he drove that vehicle. That is not the vehicle that he normally drives. His truck
Yeah, but
was
you
down.
knew that. Are you the owner of the company?
I am.
So then why did your insurance lapse on one of your vehicles that your employees take?
We would take them off if they need to be repaired. That one was under extensive repair.
So, have you ever, do drivers play chicken?
I think they absolutely do play chicken.
Okay, so when they play chicken, what do you do to get out of it?
I think-
Or do you get out?
I think the most important thing is to be safe with everyone. So if someone is trying to be like immature about it, it's important to just like let them be immature because it's so you don't hurt yourself.
You disengage.
Yes.
Got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
So this is very interesting. Wow. I've never seen, I truly have never seen that. This is where her car is. And you think that's his fault. I don't. And I find in favor of the defendant in this case. You're going to have to pay for your own damages and drive more carefully.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the plaintiff failed in her effort to get recovery in this courtroom today. You know, the pictures did you in.
Yeah,
understand?
I am amazed. I'm in the same situation as I was when they rammed into me. I mean, this was not the truth at all. I mean, I never talked to this guy. They don't have insurance. They can, run the streets as they want. It is amazing. Yes, I was partially on. I have to be partially on it. I think,
Yeah, but-
Judge. Yeah, well, there are other people who can look at this evidence. You're not the only ones.
Well, the
And
judge is
it's
the one
not
who
possible.
counts, you know?
Well, this judge counts, but there must be other courts, higher courts, right?
Well, take it to the Supreme Court if you
Well,
want.
is it Supreme the next one here?
I
Is the
don't
next
know.
one Supreme?
I don't know. That's the highest one.
That may be.
Sorry for you. You can't recover anything
Which
here
way? Yeah.
that way. Sorry, ma'am. All right, the Riveras are on their way out of the courtroom now. How are you feeling about that? Were you worried? Obviously, you were worried because you offered to pay her some money.
I was, yes.
Yeah. But the pictures were.
Yep. And I was confident that that was going to
Yeah,
show.
that's a big help for you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okie dokes. Harvey?
Okay, Doug. Hey, it is super important. Before you move the cars after an accident, take pictures. Those pictures make all the difference in the world.